Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be starting in about 5 minutes, and so anytime that you wanted to gravitate to find a chair, that would be appropriate. We'll start in about 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we've fired the starting gun, I think, and so I just invite you to find your seats. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We toyed with the idea of moving this outside today. Another great Sask Polytech Day. Kudos to Ev and the organizers. Beautiful event. Very excited to be here on this very important occasion where we have this great announcement to make in regard to the new Saskatchewan Polytechnic Joseph A. Ramey campus. My name is Mitch Holash. I chair the board of directors, and I'm here today with fellow board members Karen Lowe and Jocelyn Cost and Rosalie Payne. And on behalf of the board of directors, we'd like to welcome you to this morning's event. Tawau, Haukoda, Aninsikwa, Tansi, and Atlante. I would like to begin our day by acknowledging that we are gathered today on Treaty 6 territory, on the ancestral lands of the Cree, the Saulteaux, the Dene, the Dakota, the Lakota, and Nakota peoples, and the traditional homeland of the Métis, and we are privileged to perform our mission on these historical and sacred lands. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have an exciting announcement for you related to Sask Polytech's Time to Rise campaign. That is directed to the establishment of the new Joseph A. Ramey Saskatoon campus for Saskatchewan Polytech. And it is just a pleasure to have you all here joining us today for this. I want to extend a special welcome to the Honourable Colleen Young, Minister of Advanced Education. I think the Honourable Jim Ryder, the Minister of Energy and Resources, may be here as well, although I haven't seen you yet, Jim, and as well to the Honourable Terry Jensen, Minister for Sask Builds. So thank you very much for being here. We have a former Minister of everything in the government of Saskatchewan, but most recently he was our Minister at Advanced Education. It has a lot to do with the success of the project to date, and Gordon Wyant is here with us as well, so welcome. To begin our program in a very good way, I'd like to invite Elder Rick Daniels to come up and say a few words this morning. Elder Rick has been a blessing to Saskatchewan Polytech and to our history for many decades as an instructor and a friend. And Elder Rick, you always bring a little bit of a smile and warmth when you attend, so thanks for being here this morning. Elder Rick.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome. And yes, the name is Rick Daniels. I worked for 22 years here at Sask Polytech, and it's an awesome place to be a part of. And this morning, I just want to thank Larry Rosea here, Dr. Larry Rosea, and his team, and of course the donors for making this happen. It's going to be so. I don't know. I just hope that I can be, continue to be a part of it, and it's because this is coming so close to Actually, when we had the sod turning there last week at the U of S, I was thinking, man, the U of S must be shaking in their moccasins, But no, it's going to be a great combination. It's going to benefit students. From all over the world. And so I want to thank Dr. Rosea and his team for, like I said, the donors. So thank you very much. And with that, I'll go and do a prayer and then we'll get things going. I'm not dying on. Ko chim ta no ma no so ta te wi ta mya. Te wi pim na ne ko wi si ko to ni ga ni wa ka ma mo chik wi sto. Ko is man tni chkan ga ba chi ta chi. If you send my work and you charge, как его то скайт, как их сломался сейчас политик. И вас именно говорит, как его осинок ситусковик. На который вас над. И вот мы говорим, так. Aha. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Rick. And as Elder Rick has alluded to, you can see our rendering and the new Joseph A. Remy Saskatchewan Polytech campus will be actually located on the University of Saskatchewan campus, right at Innovation Place, operated by Innovation Saskatchewan. Innovation Saskatchewan and the University of Saskatchewan have been wonderful partners in the development of this project, and we're so excited. There's nothing like it in Canada, and we're just excited to have the cooperation and partnership of the University of Saskatchewan and of Innovation Saskatchewan. Building a new campus is, it turns out, an enormous undertaking. There's a lot of planning, designing, procurement, construction, finishing, furnishing, and so before we even get to any of those points, there had to be a vision and the perseverance to make that vision come alive. And we have been blessed with, since 2012, with the best leadership in Dr. Larry Rosia. He was the man with a vision who took us into the Saskatchewan Polytechnic era and who has driven this project forward on behalf of Saskatchewan Polytech. As president and CEO, he has advocated tirelessly for the new campus with our government. I'm sure the ministers will acknowledge that, and with industry partners, and has championed it at board and leadership tables around the province and actually throughout the country. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Rosia to come forward to say a few words and to introduce a special guest. Dr. Rosia?
Well, thank you, Mitch, for those very kind words, but it certainly has taken a team to get to where we are today. And wow, what a great room, what a great crowd, and what a marvelous day. Good morning, everyone. This is where you get this active, right? Audience participation, that's great. Thank you, Elder Rick. It's always special to have you at all of our events, and a great way to start out the day, so thank you for bringing those prayers. Tawau, Haukota, Anin Sikwa, Tanchi, Itlanate. I too would like to acknowledge that we are having this awesome celebration on Treaty 6 territory this morning, the ancestral lands of the Cree, the Saulteaux, Dene, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota peoples, and the traditional homeland of the Métis. Like Mitch, I also have some special guests that I'd like to welcome as well. The Honorable Minister Colleen Young, Minister of Advanced Education, thank you for being here again today. Minister of SAS Bills and Procurement, Terry Jensen, thank you for being here. Gord Wyatt, again, past minister, but was a big part of this project as well, thank you. We have some of our board members here that I'm really happy to have them as board members, really supportive in making sure that our institution is well governed. Starting with our board chair, Mitch Holash, Jocelyn Koss is here, Rosalie Payne, and Karen Lowe. So thank you for joining us this morning. Part of our campaign, it wouldn't be successful without our campaign cabinet members, and we do have a number of them here today as well that I would like to give a shout out to for their great work on our campaign, starting with Tim. Tim McMillan is in the crowd as well with us today. Thank you, Tim, for being here. Chris Garrett, Tom Forrester, Larry Long. We got Aaron Janest, Colleen and Wally Ma, Joe Vidal, John Smizer, Paul Martin, Prabha Ramswamy, and Steve McClellan. Thank you for the work that you've put into our Time to Rise campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today, for sharing in this very, very exciting announcement. Just last week, we broke the ground, as was mentioned earlier, on the new Saskatchewan Polytechnic Joseph A. Remy Saskatoon campus, on the site of the Skilled Trades and Technology building, and that's the building that you'll see on the picture there. That'll be the first building in a sequence of 3 buildings to be built at Innovation Place. That building will be followed by the Health Sciences building and then a Student Services building. You got to believe, and certainly it was a highlight of my career, it was an accelerating to take the first concrete physical action towards making the new once-in-a-generation campus a reality. And today we're fortunate to be celebrating another milestone, a significant investment in the new campus and its critical learning spaces, an investment that paves the way for state-of-the-art facilities and cutting-edge resources in a synergistic environment that fosters learning, growth, and achievement. To be clear, we're already delivering and fostering learning, growth, and achievement. There's no doubt about that. But this new campus will help us to do that even better. Currently, Saskatchewan Polytechnic programs are delivered in almost a dozen different locations around the city of Saskatoon. And as you can imagine, that's not an ideal situation. It severely limits our students' ability to access important services and resources. That dispersed arrangements restrict our ability to capitalize on synergies between our programs. The new Remy campus is a rare opportunity to change all of that. This will be a game changer for Saskatchewan. And nowhere, as our board chair pointed out, in Canada, and to my knowledge, North America, will you have a U15 research-intensive university, a research park full of tech companies, entrepreneurs, and startups, and a polytechnic all co-located in one location. It'll not only bring our Saskatchewan programs, polytechnic programs, together in one space, but it will go one step further, connecting physically and strategically the University of Saskatchewan Innovation Place in a one-of-a-kind innovation corridor. This unique cluster of institutions will bring together academia, industry, and enterprise in a way that will transform outdated educational models. It'll create seamless pathways for students moving between university and Saskatchewan Polytechnic programs. It'll create a modern, technology-rich campus with porous walls. And what I mean by porous walls is that it'll allow industry to have access to our makerspace, the cutting-edge technologies that we have in them, and the expertise of our outstanding faculty and staff. An investment in this type of the innovation vision is far more than an investment in bricks and mortar. It's an investment in our students, it's an investment in their future, and our students who will shape that future. Saskatchewan Polytechnic is fortunate to have strong, long-standing relationship spanning more than 15 years with John McKenzie and his teams at Cenovus Energy. A visionary leadership group who can appreciate the enormous dividend an investment like this can pay for students of today, as well as for the industry that it supports. Cenovus Energy is an industry-leading integrated energy company, and we are incredibly proud to partner with them in supporting the energy sector across Saskatchewan. Their staff members sit on our program advisory committees. Our graduates work for them. And a short while ago, we partnered with them on an applied research project related to the conservation of lake sturgeon at our Hannon Creek Education and Applied Research Center. They recognize the value in a Saskatchewan Polytechnic education. So without further ado, I'm excited to turn the mic over to my friend, John McKenzie, President and CEO of Cenovus Energy. Please join me up front, John.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Rosia, for those very kind words. And thank you, Elder Rick Daniels, for your message welcoming us to this traditional territory. Now, I haven't been to Saskatoon for about 10 years, and I'd forgotten just how pretty a place this is. I spent last week in China and Indonesia, and the last 2 days I've been in Ohio, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind for me. But sometimes you find some of the prettiest municipalities and cities right close to home. And I'm very happy to be here today. And I promise before we leave, we're going to take a little bit more of a drive around. I want to see the river valley and the bridges and the like. Now, today's a very exciting day for Saskatchewan Polytech and a very exciting day for Cenovus as well. Companies are only as good as their people. We rely on bright young minds in schools like Sask Polytech to fuel our long-term success as a company and as an industry. And as we all know, oil and gas will continue to be the majority of the energy mix for many decades to come. I added that piece myself, I know. That is the only political statement I'm going to make today. But this means we need to invest today to develop a workforce with the right talent and skills to work in the energy industry. By cultivating ingenuity, practical skills, and problem-solving abilities, we can ensure future-ready youth and adult learners are prepared to tackle challenges, advance the energy sector, and most importantly, keep Canada moving forward. And that's why this morning, I'm announcing Cenovus' donation of $2.5 million to the Time to Rise campaign. Which will support the construction of the new Joseph A. Remy Saskatoon campus. Now, notably, our contribution to capital fundraising for the state-of-the-art chemical technology, power engineering, and instrumentation engineering labs, which together will be called Cenovus Energy Labs. The Cenovus Energy Labs will provide students with the latest technology for hands-on training, skills Cenovus will need both today and in the future. Our industry is continually evolving, and it's an imperative that we equip students with the skills and knowledge they'll need to innovate and excel. I think this lab will do exactly that, enhancing student learning experiences and ensuring they're prepared to meet challenges and opportunities both today and tomorrow. Now, once completed, the Cenovus Energy Labs will provide hands-on learning for about 5,000 students every year as they embark on their journeys to become power engineers or process engineers. These are the kind of jobs we hire for in the area, and we look forward to a robust pipeline of future talent for our industry. Having the right talent is critical to our operations in this region. Cenovus believes in investing in the communities where our employees live and work. And we've been an employer and an operator in Western Canada for more than 80 years. With more than 1,300 staff in the area, our investment speaks to our continued long-term commitment to this region and this province. We're also reinforcing our long-standing partnership with Saskatchewan Polytech, one that has spanned more than 15 years and has led to multiple graduates working for us at Cenovus. One of our most recent hires works at our asphalt terminal here in Saskatoon, and an alumnus is going to speak to you in a few minutes about his summer student experiences. But together we share a commitment to innovation, and we're dedicated to education excellence and talent development. This commitment has been showcased through Saskatchewan Polytech. This commitment is showcased through our annual Saskatchewan Polytech research, student placement, and involvement on various energy-related advisory committees. And it's through these strong partnerships with institutions like Sask Polytech that we have underpinned our success as a company, particularly here in Saskatchewan. So on behalf of Cenovus, I want to thank Sask Polytech for its partnership demonstrating what is possible when education institutions and companies like ours work together for a common goal, fostering our next generation of talent. And most importantly, I want to thank you, the faculty, staff, and students here at Sask Polytech, for not only being here to celebrate today with us, but for working with us to help shape a brighter future for students, the industry, and this region. Thank you very much.
All right, well, John, I have to say I am deeply grateful for this extraordinary contribution to Saskatchewan Polytechnic and its Time to Rise campaign. This generous donation will propel the new campus forward into the future. Your gift of $2.5 million will directly support the construction of the new campus and all of the opportunities that it brings. It will allow us to equip our campus with the latest tools and resources, ensuring that our students and possibly your future employees are at the forefront of innovation and preparing for the evolving demands of the energy workforce. Today's announcement from Cenovus will help to ensure Saskatchewan Polytechnic continues to produce the skilled workforce ready to take on today's challenges and tomorrow's. In recognition of this generous, forward-looking investment, it's my pleasure to announce the naming of the Cenovus Energy Lab Hub. The hub will include the Chemical Technology Lab, the Power Engineering Lab, and the Instrumentation Engineering Lab, collectively the Cenovus Energy Labs at our new campus. Thank you again, John. Saskatchewan Polytechnic is indeed fortunate to have partners like Cenovus who invest their time and their resources to make certain the future students are successful and that the future is bright and full of opportunities. To ensure that the talent pool that industry relies on today transforms seamlessly into tomorrow's workforce, ready to take on every new challenge and fuel growth in Saskatchewan. Thank you again, John, for this incredible contribution. Please help me in welcoming John. Well, thanking John once more. And I'm going to close by thanking all of you for being a part of this very exciting day. Thank you. Now we do the unveiling. Okay. So we'll just grab here on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, thank you, John, and thanks to your Cenovus team that are here today. Do you want to just stand up a second and just get recognized with John? Met you outside, but yes. So thank you, John and Dr. Rosier, for this unveiling, and John for that tremendous announcement. This is such an important advancement of our project, and your commitment and to make this a common goal of Cenovus with our province is just a wonderful thing. On average, each year, I'm told that approximately 570 of our graduates are trained for various fields within the oil and gas sector. Many of those come to work for Cenovus. We have a 98% success rate in terms of our graduate finding overall throughout all our programs finding work, and that may be closer to 100% in this field. Our energy labs at the Cenovus Energy Lab Hub and the Cenovus Energy Labs in the hub are an integral part of that training. So your donation will help to ensure a qualified and energetic labor force that will continue to meet the growing demands from contractors and for heavy industry as our province moves forward with an ambitious target of increasing crude production by 31% to 600,000 barrels per day by 2030. So thank you again, John and Cenovus. I mentioned earlier today the importance of partnerships, and the Government of Saskatchewan, of course, has been the essential partner in the new campus project. And I'm pleased to have the Honourable Colleen Young, Minister of Advanced Education, here with us today. Since assuming her first portfolio in the ministries of the government just before the beginning of the summer, we have been so amazed and impressed at Sask Polytech to see just the energy and the focus and the commitment to the values of post-secondary education in the province, and in particular at Sask Polytech. So it's just a pleasure always to have you here and to get that morning hug from you when I see you. Please welcome the Honourable Minister of Advanced Education, Colleen Young.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mitch, for that introduction and warm welcome. There's a number of people in the room that I don't think we've taken the time to acknowledge yet, and that is the students. Welcome back to another year of learning, and thank you for being a part of Sask Polytechnic. I think it's really encouraging to see the numbers that have registered this year and are going to be a part of their post-secondary learning journey. I think that's really great to see. So I'm pleased to be here to join you today on behalf of Premier Scott Moe and the Government of Saskatchewan, and I welcome all of those of you who have come here from the Cenovus team for this great announcement today, as well as the Board of Directors of Sask Polytechnic for your ongoing commitment to ensuring that things move forward. I know that CEO John McKenzie said he hasn't been here in 10 years. I've been here twice in the last week, so not alone. So you need to get here a little more often. It is a beautiful city, and the riverbank is a great place to tour and see. So I was here last week for the breaking ground for the new Saskatchewan Polytechnic Joseph A. Remy campus, and it was a great day, and we are looking so forward as the Government of Saskatchewan to seeing things start to dig into the ground and a building to go up, so hopefully sooner rather than later. That visionary project will create a state-of-the-art learning facility where students, researchers, and professionals can train, innovate, and expand their knowledge. Many of the students who are here today as well may finish their last year there. It will have a tremendous impact on both current and future students, equipping them with the modernized resources which will attract even more students to Sask Polytechnic in the future. There is so much to look forward to with the new campus, and none of it would be possible with the help of industry and our community partners. So thank you, Cenovus. Thank you for your ongoing commitment. Today we are celebrating some of our industry and community support through yet another milestone in Sask Polytechnic's Time to Rise campaign. And thank you to those who are part of that Time to Rise campaign for continuing to push and ensure that the funds are in place so that the campus can move ahead and get built. I want to extend my sincere appreciation and gratitude to Cenovus Energy for its donation to the new Remy Saskatoon campus. This donation does not just signify support for the campus, but it is a recognition of the endless potential that Saskatchewan offers to those who are willing to seek it, our next generation of students. I know it's been mentioned, but I think this is something really important that needs to be noted, is the amount of commitment Cenovus has made to the province of Saskatchewan through our students and our post-education sectors. Not just here in Saskatoon, but across the province at some of our other campuses. Their ongoing commitment, even through scholarships, has been very significant, and we are so appreciative as the Government of Saskatchewan for industry to continuing to be a cooperative and ongoing partner in this story. Cenovus is the largest oil-producing industry in Saskatchewan, and has been a strong supporter of Sask Polytechnic for well over a decade. This $2.5 million donation is another indication of that continued support, and it will be paramount in helping to bring the campus vision to life. So thanks to Cenovus for this donation and the new campus featuring now the Cenovus Energy Labs. These labs are space, as been noted, for chemical technology, power engineering, and instrumentation engineering, allowing students to enhance their learning and apply their skills. More importantly, it's creating a labor force which this province needs to continue growing a strong economy and bright futures for those who choose to seek the opportunities within that industry. Thank you again to Cenovus Energy for this incredible donation and for its continued support of our post-secondary education and training in the province. And of course, congratulations to Sask Polytechnic on your continued success in the Time to Rise campaign. I look forward to being here on the opening day of the new campus as well, I hope, in the future. So thank you everyone for coming today and for sharing in the great announcement.
Thank you, Minister Young, for being here, for those remarks, and in those remarks for focusing on our students here at Sask Polytech. Today's gift actions taken, it is, after all, on the students' behalf, on their families' behalf, in a province that is a family of families, that we all are contributing to this work. And so I'm so pleased today to have with us a student who is going to share some remarks with us. I invite Cooper Mold, a second-year student I met this morning. He hails from Saskatoon, he tells me, and he's in our power engineering program, second year. And Cooper, I'd ask you to come forward and be part of our event this morning. Cooper Mold.
Hello, everyone. Good morning to Mr. Holash, Elder Rick, Dr. Rosia, Mr. McKenzie, Minister Young, and other dignitaries, staff, and fellow students here today. My name is Cooper Mold, and I'm a second-year power engineering student here at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Newly out of high school and working a labor job at the time, I was nervous where I was going to end up. I heard about the program from a couple people before I was even thinking about life after high school, and that's where the seed was planted. I wanted to do something where I could contribute to the world and a career I could be proud of. I decided to apply to the program, and 3 days before the program started, I was offered a seat. It turns out I had to grow up quicker than I thought, and with that came even more nervousness. But there was nothing to be nervous about. As soon as I sat in my first class, I realized it was a place I could be myself, and that made it so much easier to get through my first year. I've met people I can call my friends here, and instructors have been nothing but great. This summer, I had the opportunity to work for Cenovus Energy. I learned more than I thought was possible in the 2 months I was there. I worked in the thermal section of the company, and my first week was the beginning of turnaround, where there was a million things going on, and being fresh to the field, I had more questions than answers. It was my first experience being around oil, and with that came lots of questions too. The guys I worked with were really helpful and would answer all of my questions no matter what they were. I'm planning to continue my education after I finish the program and eventually work my way up to my second-class power engineering certificate. As far as work, I want to continue working with the oil sector, especially after being with Cenovus Energy for the summer. I've seen what the field is like, and I can see myself being there for a while. I think the biggest thing for me is to know that I'm somehow keeping the world turning. I want to give a huge thanks to Cenovus Energy. The new lab Cenovus Energy is supporting will make training within the program better than it already is, and it'll help elevate the standard of power engineers coming out of Sask Polytech. Cenovus Energy's contribution to the new Joseph A. Ramey Saskatoon campus is important for future students like myself to have an engaging and high-quality learning experience as they pursue their career aspirations. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the Joseph A. Ramey family, the Dubé family, and Nutrien as well for their major contributions in the new campus and student success at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. I appreciate the opportunity to share my story and hope you continue to believe and support in students here at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Thank you.
Very well said, Cooper. Thanks for being here with us today. That concludes our dais of speakers for today, and I just want to take a moment more of your time to perhaps talk about the value of the new Saskatchewan Polytech's Joseph A. Ramey Saskatoon campus, its importance to our institution, but also to generations of students like Cooper, and to our province and to our people. Today's gift from Cenovus Energy and its continuing commitment to the province of Saskatchewan propels our project forward. This project, this new campus, and the innovation corridor that we are creating is unique to Canada. We'll create it alongside our partners in this unique model, and it will be the envy of other jurisdictions. It will attract top talent to our province. It will facilitate collaboration and help to operationalize innovation to secure the needs of students who will be strategically trained to fit the greatest and most pressing needs of business and industry. And in this province that is a family of families, it will provide families with livelihoods and prospects for happy futures. That's why the Time to Rise campaign that we're here to contribute to today is important. Contributions will support the new campus, which is about more than just Saskatchewan Polytechnic. This campaign is about establishing a mindset, an attitude, and a vision. It's about ensuring that our province is powered by employees with the skills and talent necessary to meet industry and business demands. That our oil and gas sector can meet the demands for increased production envisioned in the 2030 growth plan for the province of Saskatchewan, and that our people and our province and its families have a bright, prosperous future. I invite each of you here today to be part of that bright future. Talk to one of us today or check out our Time to Rise website at timetorise.ca. Be a part of this vision. Be a part of making this vision a reality. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our program this morning is complete. For members of the news media, we'll be pleased to answer your questions to the best of our ability at this time. For everyone else, please enjoy the refreshments provided. Ev and her crew, thanks so much, Ev, for the event today. Have set up a nice reception for us here, so please stay a while, enjoy this good company, and celebrating Cenovus Energy's wonderful commitment to our Time to Rise campaign project. Thank you very much for coming. Have a great rest of the day. A good weekend.